As the world stirs from its slumber and the first light touches your window, we gather here to find a moment of stillness together. If your heart is seeking a sanctuary where the noise fades and faith grows, please consider subscribing to Miracle Prayer Studio to walk this path of grace with us every day. Each dawn arrives with a peculiar kind of silence, a hushed interval where the mistakes of yesterday seem to pause, and the possibilities of today haven't yet been tested. We often wake up carrying the heavy luggage of our past, don't we? We drag the shadows of our old hurts, the echoes of words we wish we hadn't said, and the dull ache of disappointments that refuse to heal. It feels as though we are walking through a beautiful garden while still looking backward at the gate we just closed. Yet there is a profound mystery in the way the light returns every single morning without fail. It suggests that renewal is not just a hope, but a fundamental law of our existence under God's care. Victor Hugo once observed that even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. And within that rising sun lies the invitation to let go. Our humanity is fragile, yes, but it is also capable of incredible restoration when we stop trying to fix ourselves and instead allow the Master's hand to touch our wounds. Let us sit in this quiet space together, acknowledging that while our pain might be real, the love waiting to mend us is even more certain. In the gentle words of Psalm 147:3, we are offered a promise that speaks directly to the hidden corners of our weariness, reminding us that He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. This isn't just a distant statement of fact, but a tender description of a father who leans down to tend to his children with the focus of a skilled physician and the heart of a devoted parent. When we read this, we see that God doesn't just observe our brokenness from a distance. He actively enters into it. To bind up a wound requires proximity, a closeness that allows for the careful wrapping of bandages and the application of healing oil. As we prepare to pray, let this image settle in your mind, the King of all creation setting aside the majesty of the heavens to focus entirely on the rhythm of your breathing and the healing of your heart. My King, I come before you in the stillness of this hour, simply grateful that I am alive to witness another day. I feel the weight of my own heart as I sit here, and I realize how much I have tried to carry on my own strength. Jesus, I am tired of being the one who holds everything together, and I find such relief in the truth that you are the one who truly sustains me. Your word in the Psalms tells me that you are the healer of the brokenhearted, and today I am coming to you with every piece of myself that feels fractured or worn thin. I am opening the doors of my soul to your light, inviting you to walk through every room, every memory, and every worry that I have kept locked away. Father in heaven, I want to experience this communion with you as more than just a routine or a set of words. I want to feel the warmth of your presence as it begins to thaw the parts of me that have grown cold or cynical from too much suffering. I'm slowing down my thoughts so that I can hear your whisper over the noise of my own anxieties. Help me to focus entirely on your goodness right now, forgetting for a moment the long list of things I have to do and the many problems I need to solve. I'm choosing to make this time a sacred encounter, a place where my spirit meets yours and finds the rest it has been searching for throughout the long night. My dear Lord, I surrender this entire day to your care before I even take another step. I place the coming hours into your hands, trusting that you have already gone before me to prepare the way. I offer you my plans, my conversations, my work, and even my moments of leisure, asking that you would breathe your life into all of it. I give you my hands to do your work, my feet to follow your path, and my voice to speak words of kindness and truth. I am handing over the steering wheel of my life today, acknowledging that my own navigation has often led me into thickets of stress and confusion. Father, I entrust to you the people I will encounter today, whether they are strangers on the street or the loved ones I hold most dear. I pray that my interactions would be seasoned with your grace, and that I would be a vessel of your peace in a world that often feels chaotic. I surrender my need to be right, my need to be noticed, and my need to be in control. Instead, I simply ask to be used by you in whatever way brings you glory. I am setting down the heavy burdens of my expectations and picking up the light yoke of your will, knowing that your path is always better than my own. Jesus, I look back at the days that have passed and I see so many reasons to be thankful, even in the midst of the trials I have faced. I am grateful for the gift of life itself, for the air that fills my lungs, and the heartbeat that continues by your grace. I thank you for the small comforts, the warmth of a cup of coffee, the safety of my home, and the beauty of the morning sky as it shifts from grey to gold. You have provided for me in ways I haven't always noticed, protecting me from dangers I never saw and sustaining me through seasons I didn't think I would survive. My King, I am humbled by your constant faithfulness, even when I have been unfaithful to you. I am sorry for the times I have let my heart become hardened by the world's bitterness, and for the moments I have allowed my fears to dictate my actions rather than my faith. Forgive me for the words I've spoken in haste that have hurt those around me, and for the selfish thoughts I've nurtured in the quiet of my mind. I am asking for your mercy to wash over me now, clearing away the guilt and the shame that try to tell me I am not worthy of your love. Thank you for your promise that your mercies are new every morning and that today is a completely fresh start in your eyes. Father, as I think about the people who have wronged me, I find it difficult to let go of the sting they left behind. But today, I am choosing to release them into your hands as an act of gratitude for the forgiveness you have so freely given to me. I don't want to carry the poison of resentment into this new day, as it only serves to darken the light you are trying to bring into my life. I am asking for the strength to forgive as you forgive, with a heart that is open and a spirit that is free. I thank you for the healing that begins the moment I decide to let go, and I trust you to handle the justice and the restoration that only you can manage. My dear Lord, as I sit with the promise of Psalm 147:3, I find myself thinking about the specific wounds in my own life that need your touch. Some of these hurts are fresh, like a cut that hasn't yet begun to scab over, while others are old scars that still throb when the weather of life gets cold. I am lifting up these broken places to you, Father, asking for the miracle of your healing to begin deep within my heart. I pray for a restoration of my joy, which has felt buried under a mountain of responsibilities and heartaches. I am asking for you to bind up my spirit with your love, making me whole in a way that the world can never understand. Jesus, I pray for peace to descend upon my mind today, replacing the frantic thoughts and the endless what-ifs that steal my sleep and my focus. I am asking for a stillness that goes beyond my circumstances, a peace that stands guard over my heart, regardless of what the news says or what my bank account looks like. I want to move through this day with a quiet confidence, knowing that the Creator of the universe is my shepherd and my friend. Grant me the wisdom to discern your voice among all the others and the courage to follow where you lead, even if the path looks steep or unfamiliar. My King, I lift up my family and my home to you, asking for your protective hand to rest upon every person I love. I pray that our household would be a place of refuge, a sanctuary where your presence is palpable and where love is the language we speak. Protect my children as they go out into the world, shielding them from influences that would lead them away from your truth and surrounding them with your heavenly angels. I ask for your guidance in my work, that I would be diligent and honest, finding purpose in the tasks set before me and seeing my workplace as an opportunity to serve you. Father, I pray for those in my life who are struggling today, those who are facing illness, those who are grieving a loss, and those who feel as though they have reached the end of their rope. I ask that you would make your presence known to them in a powerful way, bringing comfort to their weary souls and physical healing to their bodies. Use me, if it is your will, to be a source of encouragement to someone who is hurting today. Help me to look beyond my own needs so that I can see the needs of others through your eyes of compassion. I am placing all these petitions at your feet, trusting that you hear me and that you care about every detail of my life. My Lord, I feel a sense of hope beginning to rise within me as I spend this time in your presence. It is as if the heavy clouds that have been looming over my spirit are finally starting to break, allowing the first rays of your grace to shine through. I am holding on to the truth that this blessed new beginning is not just for today, but for every moment I choose to turn back to you. I am finding my strength in your promises rather than my own abilities, and I am choosing to believe that the best parts of my story are still being written by your hand. Father, I want my heart to be a garden where you enjoy walking, a place free from the weeds of pride and the thorns of anxiety. I am asking you to cultivate in me a spirit of gentleness and patience, especially when things don't go according to my plan. When I feel the old pain trying to resurface, remind me of your binding grace that holds me together. When I feel the urge to retreat into my shell of protection, remind me that your love is the only true safety I will ever need. I am trusting you to finish the work you have started in me, knowing that you never leave a task half done. Jesus, as I prepare to move from this time of prayer into the activities of the morning, I ask that the fragrance of your presence would linger on my soul. I don't want to leave you here in this quiet room. I want to take you with me into the car, into the office, and into every conversation. I am asking for a heightened awareness of your spirit throughout the day, so that I can catch the small miracles and the quiet blessings that you tuck into the ordinary moments. Thank you for being a God who is both infinitely great and intimately close, a King who rules the stars and a Father who counts the hairs on my head. My King, I am resting in the knowledge that you are good and that your plans for me are for a future filled with hope. I am choosing to stop fighting against the circumstances I cannot change, and instead I am leaning into your sovereignty. I find such peace in the fact that nothing is too hard for you, and no heart is too broken for you to mend. I am giving you my yes today. Yes to your will, yes to your timing, and yes to the new life you are unfolding before me. I am stepping out with a heart that is being restored, a mind that is being cleared, and a spirit that is anchored in your eternal love. Father, I realize that restoration is often a journey rather than a single event, and I'm asking for the persistence to keep walking with you, even when the progress feels slow. Help me to celebrate the small victories, the moment I choose kindness over sarcasm, the moment I trust you instead of worrying, and the moment I feel a genuine spark of joy again. I am so thankful that you are patient with me, never rushing my healing, but always encouraging my growth. I am placing my entire life into your capable hands, confident that you are making all things new in your perfect way. My dear Lord, as I close this first part of my conversation with you, I feel a renewed sense of purpose and a deeper connection to your heart. I am ready to face whatever this day holds because I know that I am not facing it alone. You are my light and my salvation, the strength of my life and the restorer of my soul. I will continue to lift my voice to you, to seek your face, and to trust in your unfailing mercy as the day unfolds. My dear Lord, as I continue to sit here in the softening light of this morning, I feel the weight of my past experiences slowly being lifted by your invisible hands. I am asking you now to go even deeper into the hidden chambers of my heart, into those places where I have stored the memories of failures and the echoes of words that once made me feel small. I pray that you would breathe your life into those dark corners, replacing every shadow with the warmth of your acceptance. I am choosing to believe that I am not the sum of my mistakes, nor am I defined by the things that have been taken from me. Instead, I am defined by your love, which remains constant even when everything else in my life seems to be shifting like sand. Father, I ask for a specific kind of strength today, the strength to be gentle with myself. I often find it so easy to offer grace to others while remaining my own harshest critic, but today I want to see myself through your eyes of compassion. When I stumble or when my progress feels slow, help me to hear your voice encouraging me to simply stand up and try again. I am placing my self-image into your hands, asking you to restore my confidence and to remind me that I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Let the blessed new beginning you have promised start with the way I speak to my own soul, casting aside the language of shame and picking up the language of a beloved child of God. My King, I bring my mind to you, which so often feels like a crowded room filled with competing voices and frantic worries. I am asking for your divine clarity to settle over my thoughts like a quiet mist. When the world tries to pull me in a dozen different directions at once, help me to remain anchored in the stillness of your presence. I pray for the wisdom to know which tasks are truly important and which ones are merely distractions designed to steal my peace. Grant me the focus to do my work with excellence and the discernment to see the needs of the people around me, even when they are trying to hide their own pain. Jesus, I lift up the physical aspects of my life to you, asking for your healing touch to permeate my body and my environment. You are the great physician, and I trust that you know the intricacies of every cell and every nerve within me. I am asking for a renewal of my energy so that I can serve you and my family with a vibrant spirit rather than a weary one. I pray for a blessing upon the food I eat, the air I breathe, and the home I live in. May my surroundings be filled with a sense of order and peace that reflects the internal work you are doing within me. I am surrendering my health and my longevity to your perfect will, knowing that my days are numbered by your grace. Father in heaven, I want to pray specifically for the restoration of my relationships, some of which have been strained by the very pain I am asking you to heal today. I ask for the courage to be the first one to offer a bridge of peace, even when it feels uncomfortable or difficult. Give me the words to speak that will bring healing rather than further division, and help me to be a better listener than I am a talker. I pray for those I have lost touch with, asking that you would bless them wherever they are, and that you would heal any wounds I may have caused them, whether intentionally or unintentionally. I am entrusting the hearts of my friends and my family to your care, asking that our bonds would be strengthened by a shared love for you. My dear Lord, I find myself thinking of my children and the legacy of faith I wish to leave for them. I pray that they would see your light reflected in my life, not because I am perfect, but because I am consistently turning back to you. Protect them from the pressures of a world that often tries to rob them of their innocence and their joy. I ask that you would give them a hunger for your truth and a heart that is sensitive to the leading of your Spirit. Guide them in their studies, their friendships, and their future paths, and help me to be the parent they need, one who leads with love, patience, and a quiet strength that comes from you alone. Father, I pray for my workplace and the responsibilities that await me there. I ask that you would give me a spirit of diligence and a heart of service, so that I might find meaning in even the most mundane tasks. Let my presence be a source of encouragement to my colleagues, and help me to handle every challenge with a grace that points back to you. I pray for those in positions of authority over me, that you would give them wisdom and integrity. I also pray for those I may lead or influence, that I would do so with humility and a genuine desire for their well-being. I am placing my career and my financial needs into your hands, trusting that you are my ultimate provider. My King, as I look beyond the walls of my own home, my heart goes out to the wider world and the many people who are suffering in this very moment. I pray for the Miracle Prayer Studio family, and for every person who is listening to these words or joining their heart with mine. You know the specific burdens each one is carrying, the secret tears, the financial stresses, and the broken dreams. I ask that you would pour out your blessed new beginning upon every household represented here. May they feel your tangible presence in their rooms, bringing a peace that surpasses all understanding and a hope that cannot be shaken by outward circumstances. Jesus, I intercede for the lonely ones who feel as though no one sees them or cares about their existence. Remind them today that they are never truly alone, because you are closer than their very breath. I pray for the sick who are confined to hospital beds or who are dealing with chronic pain that no one else can see. Be their comfort and their healer, Lord. I pray for the brokenhearted who are grieving the loss of a loved one or the end of a long-held dream. Wrap them in your everlasting arms and give them the strength to take just one more step forward. I am asking for your kingdom to come and your will to be done in the lives of the marginalized and the forgotten. My dear Lord, I am asking for the grace to be a person of prayer throughout the entire day, not just in these quiet moments of the morning. Help me to maintain a continuous dialogue with you, whispered in the car or thought in the middle of a meeting. I want my life to be a living prayer, an ongoing act of surrender and gratitude that doesn't end when I stand up from this place. When I feel my patience wearing thin or my anxiety rising, remind me to pause and breathe in your peace once again. I am trusting you to be my constant companion, the one who walks beside me and goes before me, making the crooked paths straight and the rough places plain. Father, I am so grateful that your love is not a reward for my good behavior, but a gift that is freely given. I find such rest in the truth that I don't have to earn my way into your presence or prove my worthiness to be heard. I am simply coming as I am, messy, hopeful, and entirely dependent on your mercy. I thank you for the way you have already begun to restore my heart during this time of prayer. I can feel the tension leaving my shoulders and a sense of quiet joy beginning to take root in my soul. Thank you for the miracle morning that is unfolding even now, both in the world around me and in the world within me. My King, I surrender my future to you, including the parts of it that I cannot yet see. I am letting go of my need to know how everything is going to work out, and instead, I am choosing to trust the one who holds the beginning and the end in his hands. Whether the coming months bring seasons of harvest or seasons of waiting, I will trust in your goodness. I am asking for a heart that is content in every circumstance, knowing that your grace is always sufficient for me. I am placing my hopes, my dreams, and even my fears at the foot of your throne, confident that you are working all things together for my good because I love you and am called according to your purpose. Jesus, as I prepare to conclude this time of intimate conversation, I want to reaffirm my devotion to you. You are my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. There is no one else I would rather walk with through the journey of life. I am asking for a double portion of your Spirit to guide me today, so that I might reflect your character in everything I do. Let my heart be so full of your love that it naturally overflows onto everyone I meet. I am stepping out into this new day with a blessed new beginning as my foundation, and I am ready to see the miracles you have prepared for me. Father, I thank you for hearing my voice and for the way you respond with such tenderness. I know that even when I don't have the right words, you understand the groans of my spirit. I am resting in the assurance that you are my Father, and I am your child, and that nothing can ever separate me from your love. I am carrying this peace with me as I go, letting it be the guard for my heart and the light for my path. I am so thankful for this community of faith and for the privilege of seeking your face together. Your goodness is more than enough for me, and I am satisfied in you alone. We have shared something truly special in these moments, haven't we? There is a unique kind of strength that comes when we stop trying to be strong on our own and finally admit how much we need the Creator's touch. As we transition back into the bustle of our lives, I want to leave you with a thought from the poet Rabindranath Tagore, who once said, "Faith is the bird that feels the light when the dawn is still dark." Even if your life still feels a bit dark right now, remember that the light has already begun to rise within you through this prayer. You don't have to see the whole path to take the first step. It is my deepest hope that you carry the blessed new beginning we have asked for into every room you enter today. Remember that your heart is being restored, not just for your own sake, but so that you can be a light for others who are still walking in the shadows. We are all in this together, learning how to let go of the pain and embrace the newness that God offers us with every breath. Thank you for being part of this journey with me here at Miracle Prayer Studio. I look forward to the next time we can sit in this holy silence together, watching the light return and the miracles unfold in our lives. My dear Lord, I give you all the glory, the honor, and the praise for this day and for the healing that is already taking place. I trust in your unfailing promise to be with me always, even to the very end of the age. I am moving forward now with a heart that is whole, a spirit that is renewed, and a life that is fully committed to your service. Thank you for being the God of second chances and the author of every beautiful new beginning. I place this prayer and my entire being into your loving hands, believing that the best is truly yet to come. Amen.